Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Oninous with Oninous Gaming, and we're back in Empyrion Galactic Survival. Still got that little husk of a small vessel over there, because I know we said we were going to build a ship, but my intentions, even though they were really good intentions, I hadn't taken a couple of things into account, and I'm currently rethinking my design of that ship. So like I said in the last episode, we are converting the materials that we got on the moon at the crashed ship back into growing plots. And today we're going to make a good farm, a good sized farm. So we're going to get started on that. I've already started on the end here, and I know it's kind of dark, so let me kind of grab some lights. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and grab 10 of these lights and some of these, because we're gonna need these for a specific design that I usually always use. So we'll grab a couple of these lights so you guys can see what's going on for now. Put them down here at the corners. So this is 9 rows. There's two blocks on either side, and the reason why I do a 2-block walkway around a farm is because if I want to put in a wall, some wall blocks are 1 block wide, so regular blocks are 1 block wide in case I just want to make a giant square or something ridiculous like that. So these 9 blocks account for the 9 different types of plants in the game right now that you can farm. So if you look, you can go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are the 9 different plants that you can farm. Durian sprouts, or durians, space durians, are used in rations. If you look, it uses 2. It also uses pear-thing fruits. The corn sprouts are used to make plastic. The corn is used to make plastic. The pumpkin, I don't see that as a crucial growing item. You don't really need to grow that right off the bat. It does make baked pumpkin, and I think there's a pumpkin pie or something, pumpkin cookie, yeah, pumpkin cookies. Tomato sprouts, I would say those are important early in the game, because that and meat, purified water and metal plate makes you canned meat, which lasts a while and gives you 170 food, which is fantastic. Now, if you want to go the complete route for a little less food, you can do space durians, pumpkins, purified water, metal plates, tomatoes, and make canned vegetables, which take a while to spoil, and you don't have to hunt anything. I do know a few people who went that route. Wheat sprout, you get wheat, which you can turn into flour for bread, and then that bread is used in rations. Pear-thing sprouts, pear-things, like I said before, are used in rations too. Space cave sprouts, these things are kind of useful right in the beginning, because cave beans, purified water, or excuse me, cave beans and purified water make cave coffee, which is a nice stamina, a nice boost for stamina. Then akua fruit, I have never used them for anything, honestly. But you can grow them, so why not? Aloe vera is used to make the large medikits. As you can see, it uses 3 aloe vera, so that's pretty cool. But the way I see it is, why not just grow them all and go with it, you know? And how I do it usually is, whoops, turned off the lights. I usually take my plots, and then I come out, and this is sort of like an end game farm. You can get this right off the bat. You just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that gives you a row of 9, and there's 9 rows, so you got yourself a big square, and then you can just click, drag to fill in the rest. So you'll have 9 of each plant. Did I get that one? Yep, I did. 9 of each plant, and all 9 plants that are available in the game currently. Really, really neat. So let's switch to our blocks. Whoops. I didn't switch to my blocks. Oops. That's okay. We'll get our materials back from that. And... alright, I guess we can swim with blocks in our hand. That's cool. Alright. Kind of go through our O2 generator there, but don't tell anybody. Now, we'll come all the way over to the edge of that one, and now we'll do our second row, and then we'll do this and our second row. So that should include the 9 rows for our farms, plus 4 for plus 2 rows on either side. So that's a giant square. So you'll have room to put down a wall if you want, if it's just blocks or whatever. You can cut it down also. The ideal growing plot in the beginning is a 3x3, because if you suspend a light above the middle one, it'll cover a 9x9 area. One of the things that I see a lot of people... whoops. Jetpack's kind of touchy, ain't it? One of the mistakes I see people make all the time is okay, that's 3 blocks. Is they don't space things correctly. So let's go ahead and switch to this block, and then we will come over to right there. Now, I always use these lattices instead of regular blocks. I just think they look cool. And one of the things I forgot was the growing lights. Let's go ahead and not have the growing lights. Where are the growing lights? No, I have a few of them. There's a few. And then we might as well grab the seeds too. And we're going to need some more growing lights. So let's go ahead and put on a little grip of those. We probably don't need 20 of those, but heck. We're having a party, right? Alright. So basically, people tend to make the mistake of not spacing the things right. So plants are only about 1 block high, so realistically you only have to have a 2 block space here. So remember, you don't want to intersect the plant's hitbox, just to be safe. And you want it over the center, and that'll cover all 3 of these. And then you'll come over here, and right above this one, boop. See? And then over here, boop. And now these 3 sets of 9, these 3 9-block squares are covered. And basically, you're gonna space it the same exact way as you did there. Let's go ahead and move things around here to make this easier on us. Move the lattice work there, move the normal blocks up. And then now you'll want, if you see this is dark and this isn't, this is, you'll want to put a block there. So you're going to have 2 block space in between each one of these, and boop, and that'll be that. So you'll have, it's 3 rows, oops, whoops, it's 3x3, so it's 3x3 threes. And then why would that not place? Okay, bam, bam, and then you can go bink, bink, and then hop off. And then you just grab your trusty lattice work and come out. Now this is really sort of an end game farm. It's pretty easy to get right off the bat, which is a good thing, because food will kill you if you don't have it. The food won't kill you, the lack of having it will kill you. But we'll go ahead and put supports for these, because it just looks kind of weird to have no support. And then we'll grab our lights, bink, and you could just look at where the other one is placed and then just place your new one. It's really easy. Bink. And those ones are covered. And then we'll come over here and grab these ones, which I just made 20 of them, and I only need 3 more. You can put more than you need too, by the way. It'll just increase the amount of light that you have in the area, which is pretty cool. They get a little bit of graphical glitch when you first place them, it looks like. So you can see they're all covered. Everything's covered. If you want to, for atmosphere, you can also, just put one there on each one of these just to add more light, so you don't need to use an alternate type of lighting in here. They do it in the ships that they put in the game. It adds light. So basically, let's go to our inventory, and we're going to have 9 of every plant. So since we have 9 of these pair things, we're going to go ahead and put those down first, and I'll show you how I do it. I mean, it's pretty simple. Basically, bink, just like this. Bink, 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 just like that. And I do a different plant in each row. And what I'll do is I'll start from the back here. If I have less than 9 of a plant, I'll start from the back. And that way it's easy for me to see what I have and what I don't have. So we're going to... tomatoes are pretty important. So we're going to put tomatoes way over here, closest to where we're going to see them. Because early in the game, canned meat is a big thing for me. And then those were pair things, and then we kind of want to pair the pair things with durian sprouts, because we use both of those in rations. And then now for the wheat sprouts. And the reason why I put all 3 of these together is because all 3 of these are used in rations. The wheat, you just turn it into flour, you make bread, and the bread is used. Each ration uses 2 pair things, 2 durians, and 1 bread. And it only takes 1 flour to make 1 bread, so basically, now I tend to fill in the stuff that I don't always use. Let's go check this really quick, because I've always had an abundance of plastic. It didn't take a lot, but yeah, it does take 3 plastic raw materials. So corn is kind of important too, because you're going to turn corn into plastic. So we'll go ahead and put that there, just in case there isn't we don't have an overabundance of plastic, but we do seem to get a lot of it in the game. So then we're just going to drop the pumpkins, because we don't use the pumpkins really. And then now here we're talking about cave beans, and then we're talking about akua fruit, and then aloe vera. And we're gonna have to make those different sprouts. So let's go look for some of that stuff. I'm hoping that they add more farmable plants, like the eggplant parts, which are used to make energy pills, which you also need. So every time you see those, pick those up, because you need those to make rations. It's worth collecting them. And this one right here, the plasma T6, very important for large medikits. You need that. These ones right here, these weird looking space jiggly things, okay, that one isn't ready. They give you something too. These ones will give you the alien thorns is for the antidote for being poisoned. I don't see much else of what we need here. I know it's dark. Please forgive me for it being dark. There's no command in the game to actually make it light, and I thought I had timed this where it would be light by now. So we're basically just looking for those 3 items. The akua fruit, the oh, and this is a spiked lemon, which we can't. I don't I'm not even sure what the heck they're used for. The akua fruit, the aloe vera. Oh, I need oxygen bad. Look at me, over here dying. Can't sprint, can't do nothing. See, this is a good time to have coffee. Good time to have coffee. And we're just going to get some oxygen really quick. And then we're going to go back out and look. Ooh, we were low on oxygen. How did we get so low on oxygen? Did I breathe all that? Is there a hole in my suit somewhere? Alright, let's see about food. We could put these back in here. Then we'll just make ourselves up some quick sausage. Eat that up, get pretty full. Get back out there on the hunt. Let's see. Wish there was like a way to eat that from the inventory so you don't have to go back in and out. So let's check the map real quick for the time. Alright, so it says 2 minutes and 20 seconds. This is not real time. That is not a second. That's more like 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Maybe it's 3 seconds. Gosh. See, I thought I only had like 5 minutes until sunrise, and I started filming then, because I started recording then because I figured, okay, well, then we'll have 15 minutes of sunrise, but they changed all that. Alright, we'll turn that off. Okay, so we should be able to find at least a piece of aloe vera. Yeah, see, also you can harvest these cacti and pick up cactus spears, which I don't know what all this stuff is used for. I haven't, you know, I don't like make all this stuff in the game and stuff. I haven't made everything, so even though I seem like an expert, I haven't done everything. So here's the aloe vera, and you'll usually find it in these weird little forests of space asparagus that they got out here. And I think they're pretty neat, those plants. Alright, so I don't think we're gonna find much else, especially in the dark. It's just hard to see. The coffee plants, they're usually smaller. Oh, and this is, yeah, moss, fire moss scrapings. I have no idea what those are used for either. Well, I'm gonna... Oh wait, there's an akua plant. You see how small it is? When you farm these, they're a lot bigger. They're a lot bigger. So... And that's alien protein. That's used for something, I don't know what. Now I'm just looking for coffee. The cave beans. There was some more aloe vera. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe they're only in the hills. They might only be in the hills. Anyways, they're smaller when you're not harvesting them. They're hard to see sometimes. You kind of look right past them. But when you're farming them, they are a lot bigger. Well, I'm gonna look around for cave beans, and the episode is pretty much over now. I hope my little, sort of instructional video helped you guys out, can help you guys make a good old farm, have plenty of food, and not have to worry about much. And I'd appreciate it if you guys could leave me a like, a follow, check me out on Twitch, check me out on Patreon, comment, tell your friends, tell your mother's dog walker's third cousin removed, and helps me out way more than you know. And I will see you in the next episode.